Hello everybody and welcome to Food Wars, the 5th plate, episode 4 anime review, the beginning of the blue. That's where we are right now. First thing to note, the blue, it's very blue. That's basically it. And yeah, this episode, I think I enjoyed it overall, but there are definitely some things I don't like. This season specifically has got a lot of things I don't like. Like, it just seems like the noir is just really OP and they've come out of nowhere. I guess it sort of makes sense because they are underworld, you know, they're not supposed to be known. But still, it just, it doesn't sit right with me, if that makes sense. Which I know that's the thing that they should be most upset about, is that it doesn't sit right with me. Words are hard. But no, I am enjoying it overall, I think. I mean, I'm still curious to see where it's going to go and how it's going to end. Even if I think that the noir guys we see, like, as part of Asahi's group, I think they look pretty stupid, to be honest, a lot of them. There's like an actual clown. What's that about? Like, not sure. Asahi looks cool, I guess, but everyone else looks just doesn't look right. I feel like I'm being overly negative. I want to reiterate, I liked it overall. Anyway, let's get on with the episode, see how it all went down and everything. Let's do this. So they're at the blue and there's loads of bigwigs about, as you would do. A lot of important people are invited to this thing. It's going to be a mental tournament arc, basically. The WGO Bookmaster has explained the rules. Interesting thing to note about them, they are behind a curtain and we don't see who they are. So, I mean, I don't know who it could be. Like, the fact that they're hidden makes me think it's someone we've seen before and it's going to be like a big old shock reveal. Like, whoa, who saw that coming? But I don't know is the easy answer to that. To get to the tower, which is like the middle part, the final part of this, you've got to get through 3 trials, basically, each gate. Big Attack on Titan, and the tower's in the middle. That's what I'm thinking. Noir disrobes, they all take off their clothes. No, just their outer clothes. They're still, this is not turning into a different kind of show. Asahi completely blanks Soma's taunt, which honestly was kind of cool. Like, Soma was taunting him like a flipping middle schooler, and Asahi was like, I have no time for you. And he gets he gets a pass basically to the final round. Like, I think it's the 3rd round he gets passed to, but whatever. Again, seems like the deck is stacked for no real reason. I know there's like, oh, it's based off their achievements. I'm like, but you're Underworld. Surely the known people would have way more achievements than you would. Like, I don't know. I just don't know. It feels like they were sort of forced to make them super final boss, if that makes sense. Maybe that's just me. But yeah, Erina shows up briefly and then they go to the first trial. Erina's got a different trial to everyone else, which is kind of weird. And the other 3 are split up into different groups for this trial. So the 3 split up. Soma, we follow Soma, we don't follow the others, which is a bit disappointing. I was hoping we'd see everyone's, but they seem to be sort of like the same basic idea, just with a different, you know, different age group or species, I guess. So that's kind of weird. More on that in a minute. So this blonde girl explains the rules to Soma and the rest of Soma's group, I guess. I was going to say teammates, not his teammates. Basically, there's this old man who was an ex-noir guy. He's an old man is the gist of it, and he's on his last legs. Basically, give him a last supper, which I was like, geez, that's a bit morbid. It gets more morbid later on, trust me, we'll get there. So yeah, they get to interview him briefly, 5 minutes. Everyone's asking him questions. The only people not asking questions are the 3 members of Noir that are there and Soma, because Soma's just like, this doesn't sit right, you know. Last supper, not cool, not cool with that. Eventually, the old man tells them all where he came from and what food he had in his hometown. So yeah, they all start cooking that, and wouldn't you know it, he's dissatisfied with all of them. The easy answer is not the correct one. Noir passes with flying colours, obviously, all 3 of them, because Asahi tells Erina that this one is basically a free pass to Noir, because Last Suppers, that's a thing the Underworld do all the time, you know, it's a common thing for them, which, I can't disagree with that logic, although, as I said, this whole thing seems heavily weighted in Noir's favour, so not cool with that. No one outside could possibly figure out what you're meant to do for this trial. However, Soma is there, and he's the main character. You might be aware he's the main character, so yeah, he's gonna he's going to figure out, he gets all hyped up and starts cooking his meal to slap him in the face with a fish or something. Not an actual fish, obviously. A metaphorical fish. Soma gives him his food. It's called Monica. I don't know how to say that word. I don't even know what the food is. Like a little sweet type thing. And the dude thinks it's a joke. He's like, are you mocking me, child? I could still kill you. Which is a bit, oh, you know, he probably could as well. And Soma's like, eat it, man. And he eats it, and he like, it's like he gets more alive. Like, it's like he undoes his dying. Then they show how he made it. Obviously, I'm not going to go through all that, because I'm not a chef and I don't know food. And then he's like, Soma's like, there is no last supper. It's an infinite, you know, an infinite, endless landscape of food. So even if you can't make food, you can still eat food, basically, is what I got from it. Even though I'm incredibly dumbing that down. But that's basically what he said. And then he's like, when you actually think you're going to die, come to my diner and I'll make you an actual last supper. And it's like, oh, Soma. Why has this gotten so, like, morbid with this guy's death? It's like, it's a little uncomfortable. Basically, this guy had nothing to live for because all he lived for was cooking, and when he couldn't cook anymore, he was just sort of waiting to die, which is, again, very morbid. Soma passed the thing, and then the dude reveals he was going to shoot himself after his time in the blue. So if Soma hadn't done that, the dude was going to shoot himself in the head. Like, okay? That came a little bit out of nowhere. Like, what? Didn't see that coming, I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, no, he decides he's gonna live a little longer because food. Good. Christ, I didn't see that coming. Erina then tells Asahi not to underestimate them on the outside. They're strong, they are. Takumi passed, he had to feed babies their first solid meal. Where they got the babies, I have no idea. I got no idea. Megami had to feed pets, and she also passed. Pets and pet owners, something for both of them. She also passed. Good stuff. Kind of wanted to see what exactly they did, but I guess not. Don't know if that was... if any manga readers know, was that a cut, or was that just not in the manga as well? Although I've heard this arc was sort of rushed in the manga, so I'm going to assume that it just wasn't in there, which is a shame. I want to see what Megami and Takumi are doing as well, damn it. Yeah, it's so... Basically, then they talk about how the blue used to just be a regular old gourmet cooking competition, and it wasn't this weird thing they got now, which again, leads me to think, again, heavily weighted in Noir's favour, basically. It feels like because they're there, they've changed it for them. It's kind of weird. Why are they getting all these advantages? I want answers, damn it. Erina, back to Erina, her trial begins, and she's surrounded by what seems to be all the losers. So I guess for her to pass, she's got to cook a better food than all the people that lost? Is that what they're implying? They don't fully, like, explain it, but yeah, kind of weird. I think that's what was happening anyway. I could be wrong on that. But then, yeah, the gate opens to the next trial, and who's there? Who got a pass into the next round? It's bloody Tsukasa. Tsukasa's there. We're finally going to get the Soma versus Tsukasa 1v1. Maybe. I say finally, they did one way back. But, you know, even out the scores, or not even out. Tiebreaker, that's what I'm going for. So yeah, that's a thing that happened, which cool that Tsukasa's there, I guess. I mean, I don't know why I didn't think he would be there. He is, after all, a big deal chef now. So yeah, that's presumably next week. Tsukasa, will they get the whole round done in one episode? Maybe? Or maybe it might take two. I don't really mind how many it takes, because I'm here for the long haul anyway, you know. So there. That was the end of the episode. As I said, kind of concerned that everything seems heavily Noir favoured, like really heavily for them. But I'm enjoying it overall, I think. I like and also how morbid it got with the dude. That's kind of, didn't see that coming for Food Wars, but alright. So yeah, that was this week's episode. I think I enjoyed it, like I said, although I'm less and less sure. This has definitely been my least favourite season so far, which is, it's a shame. But it is what it is. I'm still not completely disliking it. So I consider that a win. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. That would help me out a lot. Thank you very much. I will see you next week for another episode of this. Take care and bye, guys.